welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. Today I am playing another variant on the Death and Taxes archetype. This is a version that not only plays Eldrazi, but also has a spirit theme with Mausoleum Wanderer and Selfless Spirit, in addition to Spell Queller. Queller, an obviously powerful card, but Wanderer I think is particularly good in this deck because it gives you a solid 1-drop, which is nice with Vial, and the ability on it is really good when you're taxing your opponent's mana. You get a Strip Mine down, when you get a Thalia down, it just makes it that much harder to resolve their removal spells on your key creatures, and gives you another flyer. So, good addition to the deck, makes sense, has some synergy with the way the rest of the deck is built, and let's try it out. I have a solid mix here, not a super aggressive start without a Vial or a 2-drop, but enough interaction that I'm okay keeping this and my opponent mulligan to 5, so that's nice. This could make my paths awkward if they're land light. My paths are just giving them the lands they need to operate. I did scry to the top, so their hand should at least be functional. Windswept Heath and go. Could be green-white Value Town. Could be blue-white Control. I think they usually play... No, not blue-white Control. Seems like green-white Value Town. And I'm all to 5. Not surprising they don't have a turn 1 mana creature. You could see a Voice of Resurgence here. Could just be a company deck, or a different kind of company deck. Okay, well, definitely a... Ugh. We didn't draw a 2-mana thing. So now we either have to let this flip or path it on their upkeep, and I'm pretty sure pathing it is better. I suspect our opponent is either Bant or Abzan here. If they are, though, fetching a basic forest is a suggestion they have another land. So I'm not too sad about having to use a path here, but would have really liked to have any play, even a turn 2 Vial, just to at least scope out their hand for this turn. Okay, they are Abzan, the more common variant. Kasali Pridemage. Yeah, too bad I didn't draw that Arbiter last turn. How do I want to play with this Spell Queller? If my opponent has Collected Company, they can just pass and waste all of my mana for the turn with a Pridemage already in play. I think I'll just Reflector Mage them. I have enough resources to deal with a company. But once I can establish more of a board here, I can leave up Queller mana. I'd like to get Arbiter down soon also to protect against Court of Calling. Yeah, they have the company, they main phase it. So on a 5-card hand, they're doing pretty well. I probably gave them the exact 4th land for this, and then they'll just never draw another one. That is perfectly fine. So now I have a board that has them well contained, and I really don't want to let something like a Kitchen Finks or Devoted to Resolve and force me to use my path. So I'll just leave up the Queller. If my opponent goes for Kasali Pridemage, I will call that just to stop an attack and get some force in the air because I still do have that path. And another Reflector Mage. So getting the clock down is important. But this is definitely a turn where I can hold up the Queller and get some value from it. Well, that's awkward. So letting this Viscera Seer resolve means that they can cord for Kitchen Finks, but I can blow up that cord with a Mausoleum Wanderer. So I'll let this happen. And I will definitely counter this. So now I know they have Kasali Pride Mage as one of their 2 cards in hand, which is pretty irrelevant. And I'm going to start attacking for a bunch in the air. I have an Arbiter to get down to stop a cord, and I will hold up Path the entire time. And if they company, I can Path Seer in response, or play another Finks to prevent the combo. Let's smush for 3. Thalia is a bit awkward. I like it because it can potentially keep them from casting another Collected Company here. It also stops Pride Mage into attack with Vizier as this other way they can potentially win. Getting some beats in. But it only stops it for a turn, and I don't want to get myself into a situation where I have Thalia in play and I need to cast Reflector Mage and can't also hold up Path. So I'm just going to play this Arbiter and pass the turn. Bird doesn't really do anything. This is probably Pride Mage. Yep. And another land. So empty-handed. I will take this because now I can play Reflector Mage on the Pride Mage and attack with my Reflector Mage. Yeah, I like that. I just want to get as aggressive as I can here, give them the fewest number of cards from the top of their deck, while still leaving up my removal. This 3 damage isn't very relevant. One of the reasons I don't like this Absent Company deck is that this creature plane, if you don't get your combo together, is so weak. Because you have to play so many individually weak cards to make the combo work. Between Devoted Druid, Vizier, Viscera Seer, Duskwatch Recruiter. These are all cards I don't really want in my deck most of the time. And they just don't suffice in Modern. I guess I can attack first and not let them know what's what. Yeah, not surprised they don't block. I wonder what is best to target with this Reflector Mage. I kind of want to target Viscera Seer, actually. I'm okay taking another 3, and next turn I'll be able to get the Thalia down. Bouncing the Viscera Seer reduces my... Oh, wow. That is an interesting play. How did they scry? They left it on top. Okay, well, I'm very happy to get the Viscera Seer out of the way. Getting in their hand would make the top of their deck less threatening. I'd have more time to react with this remand. It also makes like chump blocks that I might force them to make worse. Like now they can't block with this bird, sack and get a free scry that way. But getting it in the graveyard I think is great. Yep, Collected Company is a good one. Kitchen Finks, Duskwatch Recruiter. Do I path either of these? My Reflector Mages don't really attack well here, so I'm fine trading one. Okay, that's not bad. Be able to get in an extra point and get another flying creature here. Mush you for 4. I'm worried about what this Duskwatch Recruiter does. But if I path it, they can draw Eternal Witness of Viscera Seer to go off. And I really don't want that to happen. I'm killing them in probably 2 turns. So I'm giving them like a couple activations of this recruiter. I think that's fine. I just really don't want to die to the combo. I think I can beat a little bit of value. Whereas otherwise I should have them dead quite quickly here. Okay, what do you find? Another Kitchen Finks. That is a tilt. Okay, I'll take 4 here. I'm actually going to attack with the Reflector Mage on my turn. Oh, wait, no, they're just playing the Finks now. Okay. I guess I can attack with the Thalia. I think that buys them another turn here. So, really wish I could have found another Spirit. What happens if I attack with everything? It's probably just Finks in front of Arbiter. And they take 2, 4, 6, 8, go to 1, gain 2, go to 3. And then they're pretty dead. The thing is, they probably wouldn't do that because that puts them dead to any flash, any spell queller, any spirit with flash. What other creature are they going to block with? Pride Mage, probably, because the Finks can attack well either way. So, say Pride, but Pride Mage doesn't. So I guess Finks goes in front of Reflector Mage, Pride Mage in front of Arbiter, and then they end up taking 4 total. They go to 5, but I've effectively traded away for Pride Mage. I think that's a good attack. 3, 4, 5. 2. They keep finding all these Kitchen Finks. Well, this is the aggressive line. They might be doing the math here and realizing they don't want to just die to a spell queller. Yep. They did the exact same thought process I just went through. So happy to make these trades when I have another Arbiter. Unfortunately, they have like one more life than I need them to have. Get this other Arbiter down. Oh, these things don't even trade because they have a Vizier, right? Well, that was... So I just traded 2 creatures for the Pride Mage. That might have been bad. Well, their attack still is not lethal. I assume this is going to be targeting the Viscera Seer. So I'm glad I traded for that Vizier earlier, because I would have had to wait and path this Viscera Seer in response to the first activation. Oh, and then they have another Finks. Yeah, I would have just been dead. I have a path. Okay, yeah, they're just paying the 2 so that they could find a land. Do they really just drew the cord too? Or were they just messing with me? I mean, they would cord with the Vizier, right? Are they just checking that they have another Seer in their deck? Oh, or they? Yeah, no, they just realized that I have Maelstrom Wanderer. Ugh. This is getting ugly now. Because all of their draws have been incredible. The Viscera Seer especially is good because it gives them more life here with all these Finxes. I really don't want to trade away this Arbiter. I think my attack was bad. That attack last turn was pretty bad. And I'm paying the price now. But I'm just going to take this. I might have to start leading back this Spell Queller. But I'm not in good shape now. Ugh. I mean, I'm going to Ghost Quarter them just to keep them off mana, but I really wanted some piece of interaction. So what happens now? They need a Vizier. So I Ghost Quarter them. They pay 2. They have 1, 2, 3. I guess they keep 2 mana up. So they pay 2, keep 2 mana up, tap another one for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could potentially cord for up to 4 through my Wanderers. And I think that's what happened last turn, is that they thought they could wander, or they thought they could cord, but they eventually realized I'd wander, and that would have been bad. I guess they can't cord for up to 4. They can go up to 3 because I have Thalia. But yeah, if I had the other Arbiter in play, they'd have to even pay 4. So this was all just bad. I did not play this game well. I don't know if that attack... I might have still lost even if I didn't make that attack. Maybe not that, because they'd have more creatures in play to... They'd have an extra Pride Mage in play, but they'd also wouldn't have been able to get a land off that path, so that would have broken even, and they'd have to pay 2 more for this cord. Oh yeah, they just wouldn't have enough. They'd have one fewer land in play. They just wouldn't have enough lands to pay for the Arbiter and pay for Wanderer because they'd only have 5 total. So they'd need to draw land here to cord. But they still wouldn't be in the worst shape. Oh, I just I stopped thinking this game. I'm really dead. I got upset with myself that my attacks have all been really bad. This game started with me playing well. Did not end that way. Yeah, now they get another kitchen finks and another one. They're going to go to 9. I'm still at 3. Forgot about this thing flipping and me being at exactly 3. I assume I have more than enough to cord now, and I don't have the Arbiter in play. And I'm empty-handed, just... Oh, they drew the land anyway. Okay, maybe they were just bluffing me, I guess. Well, Adequate still doesn't do anything. And now I have to block both 3-power things and a 2-power thing, and I take 5. I guess I can just pass the turn and see if they don't make that attack. Spent this game talking about how their backup plan was so bad I'm about to lose to it. Though, to be fair, they've drawn a lot more spells than I have. Or do they just have the cord? Buddy, if you just have the cord, cast it. Yeah, I'm dead. Ugh. This Kitchen Finks is pretty good against my deck, whereas against most it's not. That could be a problem. Grafdigger's Cage is good, and E should be quite good. And Mirror Crusader should be good at actually applying pressure. I don't think Thalia is very good. They have some spells that it can make cost more, but overall, they're mostly a creature-heavy deck. Is Rest in Peace any good? It's good against Eternal Witness and Kitchen Finks. I'll try one. I don't really need a ton of Selfless Spirits. I don't think Queller is that good. I'm on the play, though. Maybe I'll just trim a Displacer. Displacer not so good against Kitchen Finks either. Okay. Let's try to draw a Thought-Knot Seer. I would love to just know their hand. Maybe he... Yeah, it all started with that attack. That attack was definitely not good. Oh, no lands. I don't know if I win if I don't make... Oh, God. Ugh. So these ghost quarters that aren't very good because I don't have 2-colored mana. I don't have any pressure. Pretty sure I need to mulligan this. Well, this is a keep. Hopefully I can draw some lands. That does count as a land. Although I'm going to deal myself a fair amount of damage now. But I have a 1-drop, so let's race. Mausoleum Wanderer. Can I make some weird pun about the Dion song, The Wanderer? Probably not. I'm not that talented. Okay. Well, now we're the team that is down to 5 cards. So hopefully it goes as well for us this game as it did for them last game. Are they surprised to see Mausoleum Wanderer? You know, I played 2 of them in game 1. Did they think I would bring it out? You know what? Cheap flyers to get a clock on, and it helps me counter Collected Company and that other one, Chord Calling. Especially Chord. So how about we let this one resolve? Don't think you have Mental Misstep in your deck. There we go. Razor Verge Thicket. Now they have the mana creature. I knew I'm drawing this. Hopefully they snapped off not playing a fetch land because they had Thicket, which is oh, I'm stupid. I need white mana for that. And normally you just play the Thicket turn 1 because it's the only hand you want to play early. But against an Arbiter deck, you want to play your fetches as early as possible. So if I can nab a fetch here, that would be excellente. Could use all the help I can get. They'd still be able to crack it, but it would cost them their turn. And that kind of tempo is really nice, especially when I have 2 Quellers in my hand. No, they just have Devoted Druid. Ooh, they do have a fetch land, though. That's not going to go so well for you. So, there you go. Just put that one into the graveyard. Perhaps next time you should read Lean and Arbiter. And what this card does. Yeah. Oopsie doodle. Still kind of in rough shape here. This Devoted Druid could just end the game immediately. Oh. This lets me get some more damage in and bluff Path. I guess it's pretty hard for them to actually combo here through Arbiter. If they have the natural... They need to have the natural Vizier. I guess not that hard, but... If they have the natural Vizier, then they have infinite mana they can pay for the Arbiter a million times. Okay, so now they're paying. They have another fetch. This suggests they do not have Vizier, because they could have just used 2 mana for Vizier first. So that's good. If I can get a 3rd land, I'm not in bad shape. They just have a bunch more mana. Okay, I can accept that. And another 3-drop, classic. I'll shoot for 4 and hope I'm not dead. They have a million mana now. They have enough to chord through Arbiter. Exactly. Oh, no, but not through Arbiter and Wanderer. Okay. Ooh, Mausoleum Wanderer, so good. Another Devoted Druid. And Eternal Witness for a fetch land, sure. Looks like they're a bit flooded here. They've drawn 3 lands and 5 mana creatures. 4 lands and 5 mana creatures. So they have 1 unknown in hand. And no real pressure to speak of. The Eternal Witness does check Lean and Arbiter. Okay, then. I will continue to hope I'm not dead. So now, even if they have a cord, because they've used their Eternal Witness, I'm not dead unless they draw another, some way to kill me. Either another cord, company into something. They have to draw something. If I could just draw a third land here, everything will be okay. Now they have 3... Kitchen Finks. That's okay. That's the land we knew about. Kitchen Finks isn't that threatening here because they don't have a Vizier. They don't have either of the other pieces with it. Oh, geez, they do have 2 Exalted things. I've dealt myself so much damage. Yes, this attack is for 4, brings me to 12, and then they can attack for 5. That's fine. Does that do anything? Do I even want to cast it? I definitely want to attack with some flyers, but not Lean and Arbiter. I wonder if they'll even crack this fetch. Because if they do, they're dead to my attack. If they don't, then I have to draw a land. And I guess I might as well do this. It protects against some number of outs. I don't think it's going to affect the clock. Yeah, they decline to crack this fetch. So now they can block with Bird and not die. But if I draw a land, they're just dead to Queller pumping Wanderers. Hopefully. Yep. They make this attack for 5 with the Exalted. Way better than attacking with both. I'll just take it. 2, 4, 7. They have 10 mana. Fiend Hunter. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like it one bit. Okay. Third land, please. Oh no, another 3-drop? What a deck, why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you? I'm gonna keep attacking. I mean, if they draw Gavany Township, let's say they draw Gavany Township. They use a Druid to activate it. Then, even if I left back all 3 blockers, I guess I would be exactly alive, but basically dead. Yeah, I would essentially be dead, so I can't really beat a Gavany Township. The way I'm playing, I can't beat a Path to Exile, because they just get rid of my 1 blocker, and they have exactly 6 damage on board, and so my dealing myself a point with his Rest in Peace gets punished. Although, even if I was at 7, then bring me to 1, I'd have to draw... I don't even know what I could draw. Yeah, because I can't cast either of these, any of these 3, and the Displacer doesn't do anything. So I can't beat a Path this way, but if I only attack with 1 Wanderer and they're 2, I can't really block with Wanderer and still kill them on the crackback. I think I have to do it this way so that they're definitely dead next turn. Okay. Hope I don't die. No, I'm dead. Ooh. Okay, they needed black mana. Well, I imagine that it was their draw step. I guess I might actually lose to playing this Rest in Peace. Maybe I should have blocked last turn. Yeah, probably should have blocked last turn while I had the shot. Oof. Oof, they didn't have it. They just wanted to see my hand. Okay. I get a game 3. I haven't really had a chance to play these Quellers. I'm not really getting ahead of them. Maybe I just want these Displacers to manage the board. Let's try it that way. I'm on the draw. Queller gets worse. But that was a weird game to win. Let's see who gets to mull to 5 this game. Well, I have a very, very, very good hand. I get to turn 1 Vial, turn 2 Selfless Spirit Maelstrom Wanderer, have a Path. Definitely keeping. Both keep 7. That is lucky. I have the mana creature. Yep. Okay. Seachrome Ghost. So, what do I not want to see this turn? Probably just Kitchen Finks. So I called it. Yup. I guess I do have a path for the Sphinx, so that's not too big of a deal. The question is how I play this turn. I could try to like bait them here with by passing with the Vial up. But if they just go land, attack for 4, pass, am I not going to try a Violin Wander on end step? I just lose his Vial activation. The key is just not letting them company next turn, and so I can untap with Path or Reflector Mage. So I'm just going to Vial it in right now. Yeah, I don't know why I clicked Wanderer. Let's do this. And use it. So a little conservative there. I think if I suspected my opponent was... The thing is, if you suspect your opponent's the kind of person who's going to run into the Wanderer, they're also the kind of person that's going to pass anyway because they think they should end a turn all the time with their instance. So still not a great thing to do. Another Path to Exile, eh? The thing I kind of want to do is just play Reflector Mage and bounce Noble Hierarch and cut them off mana again. Reflector Mage checks Duskwatch, make sure it doesn't flip. That's the awkward thing here. If I want to make the Duskwatch not flip, I have to Path main phase, which probably just incentivizes me blowing both paths on both the Finks and the Recruiter. One on my turn, one on theirs. I guess if I'm doing that, then I can just do them both on their turn. But it still incentivizes me to blow both paths, which I'm not thrilled with. I still have 3 cards in hand. The Recruiter is just not a very good card, although, like has happened, the game is going to sort of bog down a bit because my creatures just aren't applying a ton of pressure. But I just really want to get this Reflector Mage down. And I'm going to bounce the Noble Hierarch. I can figure out what to do next turn. Still not cracking that fetch. Oh, because they let me get the Violent too. Yeah, they should have just cracked it on their turn. Now they're afraid of an Arbiter in response. Can't cast Noble Hierarch. Be interesting if they don't have a land drop here. They do. I think now you just crack. Okay. Well, let's let this transform if they want it to transform. I'm going to leave this on 2 just to continue to bluff the Arbiter. And that's a cool card. Smash for 3. Sphinx has done a lot of work, and I've been doing other things rather than path it. Might come back to bite me, but what do you have? They can't have Coco here because I have Wanderer. Path would be pretty good. Yeah, they were just trying to do the Arbiter check. What are the other 3 cards? Chord, Coco, Hierarch. So let's take the Coco, shall we? The Chord, they can... I guess they can cast it for 3 next turn through the Wanderer, but they get no attack in. The Company is just easily the best card. So me keeping them off that has been quite good. Gotta pick up the pace, I guess, with 4 minutes on my clock. There's the Forest. I assume this will be Noble attack for 4 with the Sphinx. I'll go to 7. Okay. Oh, they cast 2 spells. So that's interesting. I really don't want them activating this. So I'll just path in now. And definitely moving this Vial up. So now they have 6 mana, 8 mana. They can Chord for 4 through Wanderer. Ugh. Come on, deck. Definitely getting this big attack in. Brings them to 5. What are they going to be courting for here? Is my question. They play a bird, so if I path now, doesn't make a difference. Path this. Oh, I should have pathed in response to the bird. This lets them like cord for some piece of protection, I guess. I think they might just cord. They'll probably just cord for Fiend Hunter, right? They could cord for Viscera Seer here. Get themselves to 7 and get a scry. Kind of like the Fiend Hunter plan. Checks both ground creatures. Cord for 3. Could get just another Kitchen Finks. Gain 2 life and have another good attacker. That's also a fine one. No, they get Fiend Hunter. I assume they will target Thought Not Seer. Yep. They get to draw a card. Ooh, Grafdigger's Cage is a fine one. A little late on it, but you know, I'll take it now. It cuts off their best cards. And let's attack in the air. The good thing about them getting Fiend Hunter is that it doesn't attack through Reflector Mage unless they find another Exalted card. So let's see what they have here. Devoted Druid. And a Vizier. Okay. Well, now they only have the one turn to find something good. So, because they're dead on my next turn. Yeah, I drew a land. So, wish you. They just chump the Selfless Spirit here. Maybe they just chump both so they don't die to a spirit. I'd probably chump both. Like another blocker gives you an extra turn anyway, and you're dead next turn either way. Might as well not die to some Viled-in spirit. Yeah, they just drew a fetch land. Okay. Not a ton of draws for them there. They would have needed to actually draw the Duskwatch Recruiter or the Walking Ballista. Because I had the cage. I found the cage. Whew. Some very strange games because we're both playing somewhat underpowered creatures, but have to worry about more powerful things they can do with all the synergies that happen between them. So we're not really using our creatures to their full effectiveness because we don't want to lose to, because we're wary of what our opponent can do, and our creatures aren't super effective by themselves anyway, and that made some of the games go longer. I definitely could have played game 1 better, but managed to win on a mull to 5 in game 2, and then with a solid hand there in game 3, and our opponent flooding pretty badly, which, you know, I'll always take. So hope you enjoyed watching that one, and you can come back and see me on Monday. Bye.